little fight on the landing ground.
Thank you for joining us. You are listening to A Radio, and this is The Morning Moment. Please click on the follow button on Spreaker.com. This piece I'm going to do is a flashback in time. Why is that relevant to today? Well, because it explains a lot about why the West is in such a mess today. And if the mainstream media at the time had done their job of defending freedom and free speech, there could have been a very different outcome from the one that they seem to hate so much today. And as someone once said, elections do have consequences. This piece is from before it was news, and I will put the links on my site. Here's part of the piece, along with audio. 4-star Navy Admiral blasts Obama for treason and reveals Obama's plans. 4-star Admiral James A. Ace Lyons, U.S. Navy retired, former Commander-in-Chief of U.S. Pacific Fleet, had some stunning accusations that he laid down against Barack Obama. The comments were made during a press conference on how to combat radical Islamic extremism. He states that under the leadership of Barack Hussein Obama, the Muslim-brotherhood had infiltrated all of the national security agencies of the United States. Furthermore, Lyons said that Obama is deliberately, unilaterally disarming the military and spoke to the need for the GOP-controlled Congress and military leaders to stand up to the administration and uphold their oaths. His remarks are scathing towards a sitting US president, yet the media dismisses them. Here's the audio.
I'm trying to establish General Boykin's going to be able to make it. If you can't, then last presenter will be a distinguished military officer of great renown, former 4-star Navy Admiral James Ace Lyons. Admiral Lyons has been the chairman of the Center's Military Committee for 5 or 6 years now, I think it is, and I never cease to be amazed at his industry, his energy, his clarity of thought, and particularly how he understands, in part on the basis of hard experience, the nature of this challenge we face today and the kinds of things laid out with his help in this strategy that need to be undertaken to address it. I've asked him to sort of be the cleanup batter for this set of presentations. I appreciate everyone's brevity and hopefully that will give us some time for questions before we have to. But I did want to just say that he has been there, truly, going toe-to-toe with these jihadists way back from the beginning of this phase of the war for the free world, and I've asked him to illuminate some of that for us as well. Admiral Lyons, welcome, sir. Thank you for being here.
Okay, Frank, thank you. Well, first of all, thank you by our own administration. The transformation of America has been in the full swing ever since 2008. President Obama's no-show in Paris was an embarrassment for all Americans, but it also was a signal to the Islamic jihadi. It's one of many signals he's sent over the years while he's in office. Now, there's no question, we got a hell of a job ahead of us. With the Muslim-brotherhood penetration in every one of our national security agencies, including all our intelligence agencies, and as been reported by some, our lead intelligence agency headed by a Muslim convert, this is not going to be an easy task. Now, we've had many opportunities over the years to change the course of history, and as Frank had mentioned, starting with Jimmy Carter, when the Iranians took over our embassy. We could have cut off Islamic fundamentalism on the knees, but we did not act. He rejected what could have been a very dramatic action with minimum involvement, and it would have been dead. We've had other opportunities, such as the Marine barracks bombing. Everybody wondered why we never responded. I won't go into all those details in the interest of brevity, and Frank's shaking his head. He's getting ready to give me the hook. But I have to tell you, we could have changed the course of history then. It became Osama bin Laden's rallying cry. So here we are today. Political correctness correctness has neutralized all our military leadership. You know, I don't know how many of you saw Les Gelb's article yesterday. Any of you see it? He called for the entire firing of the entire executive branch of government. Unheard of, including Valerie Jarrett. Of course, he left one person out, the one man who really determines the policy. Now, we have a new Congress. They were elected to stop the transformation of America, not to see how they could work with the president. This is pure nonsense. You know, we've been saying people describe the threat. The threat is Islam. Let's make no mistake of it. There's no such thing as radical Islam, because I'd like somebody to give me a definition of moderate Islam. There ain't any. So, and I think it was Erdogan of Turkey who said it best. Islam is Islam. There are no modifiers.
Please remember that this was 2015. 2015. I don't remember this being covered. Do you? Why wasn't it covered? Can you think of a reason why someone of such great importance, recently retired, wasn't covered when they made a speech like this? And they attack Donald Trump when the truth is right in front of them, right in front of their eyes. You can find more at aradio.wordpress.com, where you can find links to us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Gab and email. We are continuing to reach out to you, so please pass on the links. Please click on the follow button on Spreaker.com. You can listen to all my morning moments at Spreaker.com under A Radio, that's EHRADIO, A Radio. And please click on the like button. And you can find all my podcasts and morning moments at aradio.wordpress.com and click on the Morning Moments tab.